Have you ever noticed that sometimes, even after a good night's sleep, you just don't feel as refreshed as you'd like? Or maybe you found yourself feeling more sluggish than usual, even when you know you've had enough rest. It's frustrating, isn't it? We often focus on getting the right amount of sleep or eating the right foods, but there's one thing we often overlook that can have a huge impact on our health, energy levels, and overall well-being: drinking water the right way. Yes, it might seem simple, but the way we hydrate is more important than you might realize, especially after we reach our 60s. As we age, our bodies go through a lot of changes. Our metabolism slows down, our muscles lose mass, and our bones become more fragile. But one thing that often gets overlooked is how these changes affect our hydration needs. It's not just about drinking water when you're thirsty anymore. It's about understanding how to drink water in a way that can actually support your health, enhance your energy, and improve your quality of life as you get older. In this video, we're going to explore why drinking water the right way can transform your health after 60. We'll talk about how hydration impacts everything from your energy levels to your digestion, and even your mental clarity. So, grab a glass of water, and let's dive in. First, let's start with something you may have noticed already. As we age, we often don't feel thirsty as much as we used to. Have you ever found yourself going hours without thinking about drinking water, only to realize you're a little dehydrated by the time you feel parched? It's a common issue, especially after we reach our 60s. The sensation of thirst naturally decreases with age, and that's one of the reasons why seniors can be more prone to dehydration. Now, you might be thinking, but I don't feel thirsty all the time, so I'm probably okay, right? Well, not exactly. The truth is, even mild dehydration can affect your body in ways you might not notice right away. It can lead to fatigue, headaches, dry skin, and even problems with digestion. If dehydration continues over time, it can lead to more serious issues, like kidney stones or urinary tract infections. But don't worry, it's not all doom and gloom. By understanding how to hydrate the right way, you can avoid these problems and keep yourself feeling energized and healthy. One of the biggest reasons why hydration becomes so crucial after 60 is because our bodies tend to lose water content as we age. A younger person's body can be made up of about 60% water, while in older adults, that percentage can drop closer to 50%. This decrease in water levels means that even small changes in hydration can make a big difference in how we feel. And while you may not feel thirsty as often, your body still needs that water to function properly. So, what does this mean for you? Well, one of the most important things you can do is make a conscious effort to drink water regularly throughout the day, even if you're not feeling thirsty. But it's not just about drinking a glass of water every few hours, it's about drinking the right amount, at the right times, and in the right way. Let's start with the first tip: drinking water consistently throughout the day. I know, it sounds obvious, but it's easy to forget. Many people think that drinking a large amount of water all at once is enough, but that's not true. Drinking water in small, consistent amounts throughout the day is far more effective at keeping you hydrated and energized. This helps your body absorb the water more efficiently and ensures that your hydration levels remain steady. A good rule of thumb is to aim for around 8 glasses of water a day, but this isn't a hard and fast rule. Some people might need a little more, while others might be okay with slightly less, depending on their activity level, climate, and health conditions. The key is to listen to your body and drink water regularly, even when you're not feeling thirsty. Now, here's an interesting fact: the best time to drink water is right when you wake up. After a full night of sleep, your body is naturally dehydrated, so starting your day with a glass of water helps replenish your hydration levels and kickstart your metabolism. It can also help flush out toxins that your body has processed overnight. If you're not a fan of plain water first thing in the morning, try adding a slice of lemon or a splash of cucumber to give it a refreshing twist. Drinking water throughout the day also means being mindful of the times when your body might need it the most. For example, after meals is a great time to drink a little more water to help with digestion. However, try to avoid drinking large amounts of water right before or during meals, as this can dilute the stomach acids needed for proper digestion. Another crucial point is drinking water before you feel thirsty. The reason for this is simple. By the time you actually feel thirsty, your body may already be in the early stages of dehydration. Thirst is often a late signal from your body telling you it's time to hydrate, but by then, you may already be feeling tired or sluggish. To prevent this, try to drink water regularly even when you don't feel thirsty, just to stay ahead of your hydration needs. And here's where it gets a little more interesting. The type of water you drink matters too. Not all water is created equal. While tap water is fine for many people, others may prefer filtered water to remove chemicals or impurities. Some people opt for mineral water because of the added minerals like calcium and magnesium, which can be beneficial for your bone health. There's also alkaline water, which has a higher pH and may help neutralize acidity in the body. But what I want you to remember is that the most important thing is that you're drinking water regularly, no matter what kind it is. So, if you're already drinking enough water throughout the day, that's a win in itself. To sum it up for now, drinking water the right way after 60 isn't just about sipping water when you feel thirsty. It's about being proactive with your hydration, making sure you're consistently drinking water throughout the day, and ensuring you're drinking at times that benefit your body the most. Start by making a habit of drinking a glass of water first thing in the morning, and then continue sipping throughout the day. Now that we've covered the importance of consistent hydration, let's move on to the next important factor, the role of electrolytes in your hydration routine. Staying hydrated isn't just about water, it's also about maintaining the balance of electrolytes in your body, which help regulate your body's fluid levels. Let's dive into that in the next part. Welcome back. Now that we've talked about the importance of drinking water regularly throughout the day, let's take it a step further and explore another crucial element of staying properly hydrated, electrolytes. You've probably heard the term electrolytes before, but what exactly are they? And why are they so important, especially as we get older? Electrolytes are minerals in your body that carry an electric charge, and they play a key role in regulating several vital functions, like maintaining the balance of fluids, controlling your muscles, and even helping your heart beat. Some of the most common electrolytes are sodium, potassium, calcium, and magnesium, and they help keep everything running smoothly in your body. But as we age, it can become a little trickier to keep those electrolyte levels in balance, which is why understanding how to manage them becomes essential. When it comes to hydration, electrolytes work hand in hand with water. Drinking water alone isn't always enough to ensure that your body is fully hydrated. In fact, drinking too much water without enough electrolytes can actually lead to an imbalance, making you feel sluggish and, in some cases, even cause you to lose more water. That's why it's so important to hydrate in the right way, by not only drinking water but also replenishing the electrolytes your body needs. For those of us over 60, we might not be absorbing nutrients like we once did, and we might not be aware that we're sweating or losing electrolytes throughout the day. Sometimes, we don't even realize that things like medications or underlying health conditions can affect our electrolyte balance. For example, diuretics, medications that help your body get rid of extra fluid, can cause a loss of potassium, leading to symptoms like muscle cramps or weakness. So, it's not just about drinking more water, it's about ensuring that your body has the electrolytes it needs to stay in balance. One of the simplest ways to boost your electrolyte levels is by eating foods that are rich in these vital minerals. You don't need to drink sports drinks to get electrolytes. Many natural, whole foods are packed with them. For example, bananas are a fantastic source of potassium, while leafy greens like spinach and kale provide both magnesium and calcium. You can also find electrolytes in foods like yogurt, avocados, and even coconut water. These foods can help replenish your body's electrolyte stores, especially if you're someone who exercises or spends time outdoors in the heat, where you're losing more fluids through sweat. But if you don't have a strong appetite or find it difficult to eat enough of these foods daily, you could also consider a mild electrolyte supplement. There are many options available, from electrolyte tablets to powders you can mix into your water. Just be sure to choose ones that are low in sugar and don't have artificial additives, as those can counteract the health benefits you're trying to gain. Now, let's talk about timing. Timing your hydration throughout the day is just as important as the amount of water you're drinking. The way you space out your hydration can make a big difference in how your body absorbs the fluids and electrolytes you're consuming. For example, drinking large amounts of water all at once can overwhelm your kidneys, making it harder for your body to properly absorb the fluids. Instead, try drinking small amounts of water throughout the day, and avoid chugging a large glass at once, especially if you're going to be on the move. Another great way to ensure your hydration is properly timed is by drinking water before, during, and after meals. This is particularly beneficial because it helps with digestion. Drinking a small amount of water before meals can kickstart your digestive system, while sipping during your meal can help your body break down the food more easily. Afterward, drinking a little more water helps flush out toxins and supports nutrient absorption. It's also a good idea to be mindful of when you drink water during physical activity. Even light activities like walking or gardening can cause your body to lose fluids, so make sure you're hydrating before and after any activity. For those of us who have a more active lifestyle, especially in warmer weather, the need for hydration becomes even more critical. That's when electrolyte-rich drinks or foods come in handy to keep things balanced. In addition, you might notice that when you're dehydrated, you can start to feel more fatigued or experience a bit of brain fog. Well, that's because your brain is made up of about 75% water, and just a slight dip in hydration can affect its performance. Staying hydrated, along with maintaining your electrolyte levels, can help keep your mental clarity sharp and help you stay focused throughout the day. This is especially important as we age, as maintaining cognitive function is something many of us think about as part of our overall well-being. Now, a key point I want to make is about hydrating when you wake up. First thing in the morning, after hours of sleep, your body can be quite dehydrated. That's why it's essential to start your day with a glass of water, preferably one with a small pinch of sea salt or a squeeze of lemon to help balance your electrolytes. This simple habit can set you up for a much more energized day, making it easier to get through tasks and stay mentally sharp. As we move forward, we'll dive into some more specific hydration tips for seniors, like the best times to hydrate and how to make sure you're drinking the right amount. And don't worry, we're also going to discuss a fun and easy way to track your water intake without making it feel like a chore. But for now, let's wrap up this segment with a quick recap. Maintaining proper hydration in our 60s and beyond isn't just about drinking water, it's about understanding how to balance that water with the electrolytes your body needs to function optimally. By eating foods rich in potassium, magnesium, and calcium, and by ensuring you're drinking water in small, consistent amounts throughout the day, you'll be giving your body the tools it needs to stay healthy, energized, and clear-headed. Timing your hydration around meals and activities also helps to keep your body in balance. Now that we've covered electrolytes and hydration timing, let's talk about the surprising effects hydration has on your skin and overall appearance. Hydration is more than just about how you feel, it's also about how you look. Let's get into that in the next part. Welcome back. Now that we've covered the importance of electrolytes and proper hydration timing, let's dive into something that I know a lot of us care about: how hydration can affect our skin and overall appearance. As we age, our skin naturally starts to lose its elasticity and moisture. We may notice fine lines, wrinkles, and dry patches that seem to appear out of nowhere. It's all part of the aging process, but what many people don't realize is that proper hydration can play a big role in keeping your skin looking vibrant, plump, and fresh. In fact, hydration is one of the most simple, yet powerful, things you can do for your skin, and it doesn't have to involve a complicated skincare routine or expensive treatments. Think about it for a second. Your skin is the largest organ in your body, and like every other organ, it needs water to function properly. When you're not drinking enough water, your skin can become dry and flaky. It's also more likely to develop wrinkles, because without enough moisture, the skin doesn't have that smooth, youthful appearance. The cells that make up your skin need water to regenerate, and they can't do that as efficiently if they're dehydrated. But here's the good news: when you make hydration a priority, your skin can actually look better with age. In fact, drinking water and staying hydrated helps to maintain the moisture balance that your skin needs to stay healthy. When you're well hydrated, your skin cells plump up, and your complexion looks more radiant. You might even notice that your fine lines and wrinkles look less prominent because the skin is smoother and more supple. A lot of people make the mistake of thinking that moisturizing creams and lotions are all they need to keep their skin healthy, and while those products can definitely help, they aren't a substitute for internal hydration. Moisturizers are great for sealing in the water that's already in your skin, but if you're not drinking enough water to begin with, you're missing the foundation of healthy skin. Now, let's talk about something a little more specific: hydration and wrinkles. As we age, our skin loses collagen and elastin, which are the proteins that help the skin stay firm and resilient. This process is natural, and it's one of the reasons why wrinkles and sagging start to become more noticeable as we get older. But here's where hydration comes in. It helps to keep the skin as plump as possible, which can minimize the appearance of wrinkles. Staying hydrated supports your skin's ability to produce collagen, keeping it more elastic and youthful. There's also the issue of sun damage. As much as we all love being outside, especially as we get older and have more time to relax in the sunshine, prolonged exposure to UV rays can be incredibly damaging to your skin. This can lead to age spots, wrinkles, and an overall dry, leathery appearance. Hydration helps combat some of the damaging effects of the sun, as it gives your skin the strength it needs to repair itself. While drinking water won't protect you from UV damage entirely, it can support your skin's healing process, especially after you've been out in the sun for a while. Now, let's not forget about how hydration affects other areas of your appearance, beyond just your skin. Have you ever noticed that when you're dehydrated, your lips can get chapped, your eyes look a little sunken, and even your hair seems drier than usual? That's because dehydration doesn't just impact your skin, it affects your entire body, and all of these changes can make you look and feel older than you actually are. When you drink enough water, your lips stay soft, your eyes look bright and clear, and your hair feels fuller and shinier. Think of hydration as a secret weapon for your overall appearance. It's like an internal beauty treatment that helps you look as good as you feel. And speaking of feeling good, did you know that staying hydrated also plays a role in your energy levels and mood? Dehydration is one of the main causes of fatigue and irritability, and that can show up in how you look too. When you're not drinking enough water, you might feel sluggish, tired, or even a little down. All of this can affect your posture, your smile, and how confident you feel when you look in the mirror. On the flip side, staying properly hydrated can boost your energy, helping you stand taller, smile more, and radiate positivity. Now, let's be real for a moment. As we get older, it's easy to focus on wrinkles, sagging skin, and other visible signs of aging, but there's something incredibly empowering about knowing you can improve your appearance just by taking care of yourself. Drinking water regularly is a simple yet powerful way to help your body maintain its natural beauty. And it doesn't take long to start seeing the effects. You don't need expensive products or complicated routines, you just need a consistent commitment to hydration, and your skin, hair, and overall health will thank you. But it's not just about what's happening on the outside. Hydration also impacts how you feel internally. It can improve your digestion, help regulate your body temperature, and even give you a mental clarity boost. The benefits of drinking water extend far beyond just looking younger. It's about feeling better and giving your body the support it needs to thrive as you age. Now, let's shift gears a bit and talk about something that many of us might overlook: how hydration supports your joints and muscles. This is especially important as we get older because our joints and muscles tend to lose some of their flexibility and strength over time. But believe it or not, staying hydrated can make a huge difference in how your body feels, especially when it comes to those stiff or achy joints that many of us experience. Water helps to lubricate your joints, making movement easier and less painful. It also supports the muscles by ensuring that they stay flexible and can properly contract and relax. So, if you're experiencing joint discomfort, it could be a sign that your body is a bit dehydrated. By drinking enough water, you can actually improve your mobility and reduce discomfort over time. Alright, now that we've covered hydration's impact on your skin, energy, and joints, let's move on to the final part of our conversation: how to create a hydration routine that works for you. This is where we can start putting everything we've discussed into practice. Let's dive into that next. Alright, now that we've discussed how important hydration is for your skin, energy, and overall well-being, it's time to focus on how you can create a hydration routine that fits seamlessly into your daily life. After all, it's one thing to know that drinking water is important, but it's another thing entirely to make it a consistent habit, right? Especially when life gets busy, or maybe when we just forget to drink enough throughout the day. But don't worry. I'm here to help make it as simple and doable as possible for you. The first thing to remember is that hydration isn't a one-time thing. It's about creating a flow of water throughout your day, not just chugging down a glass here and there. It's the small, consistent actions that truly make a difference over time. Let's start with one of the most common questions I get. How much water should I really be drinking every day? Well, while the 8 glasses a day rule is a helpful guideline, the truth is that everyone's needs are different, and it really depends on factors like your activity level, health, and the climate you live in. A good rule of thumb is to aim for about 8 cups, 64 ounces, of water daily, but this can vary. For some people, especially those who are more active or live in warmer climates, it may be beneficial to drink a little more. Here's a simple way to think about it. When you're thirsty, drink. And when you're not thirsty, you don't need to force yourself to drink. But, at the same time, don't wait until you're parched to take a sip. Dehydration sneaks up on you, especially as you age, so it's a good idea to take a few small sips of water throughout the day to keep yourself topped off. It's like adding fuel to a fire. You don't wait for the fire to burn out to add another log, right? Now, how do we make that routine happen? Well, it starts with small steps. First, keep a water bottle handy. If you're constantly on the go or find yourself forgetting to drink, having a bottle with you can be a game changer. Keep one by your bedside, on your kitchen counter, or even in your car. Wherever you spend time, make it easy to grab and take a sip. I find that if I have water right in front of me, I'm far more likely to drink it. It's all about making it as easy as possible to stay hydrated. Next, let's talk about the best times to drink. Morning hydration is so important. You've just spent several hours sleeping, and your body hasn't had any water for a while. That's when your cells are a little dehydrated, so starting your day with a glass of water can really set you up for success. It doesn't have to be anything fancy, just a simple glass of water first thing in the morning. You'll be surprised how much better you feel when you start your day hydrated. Plus, it helps get your digestive system moving and gets you feeling alert. Then, we have before meals. A good habit to get into is drinking a glass of water about 15 to 30 minutes before meals. Not only does this help with digestion, but it can also prevent overeating. Sometimes, our bodies confuse hunger and thirst, so drinking water beforehand can help you recognize if you're truly hungry or just in need of hydration. In the afternoon, you might find your energy dipping a little bit. If that happens, try drinking water before you reach for a snack or a cup of coffee. Often, dehydration is the reason behind that afternoon fatigue. And instead of downing a sugary drink, have a glass of water, or even try adding a splash of lemon or cucumber for a little extra flavor. It's refreshing and revitalizing, and it'll help keep you from reaching for that afternoon snack that you might not need. Another important time to drink is during exercise. You don't need to be running marathons, but whether you're taking a walk, doing some light yoga, or gardening, your body needs water to stay energized and to help your muscles recover. Keep a bottle of water with you during physical activity, and take a sip regularly. Let's talk about the nighttime routine for a second. Now, you might be thinking, but if I drink too much before bed, I'll have to get up in the middle of the night to use the bathroom. I get it, no one wants to be waking up multiple times during the night. However, staying hydrated throughout the evening is still important. Just be mindful of how much you drink right before you go to bed. Try drinking a small glass of water about an hour before you lay down, and then cut back after that. It's all about finding the balance that works for you. So, how do we make all of this stick? Consistency. That's the key. It's easy to get excited about a new habit, but the real magic happens when you turn it into a daily routine. You don't have to get it perfect every day, but try to make it part of your lifestyle. Set reminders if you need to, your phone, a sticky note on the fridge, whatever works. And don't be too hard on yourself if you forget sometimes. Just get back on track the next day. Something I find really helpful is making water fun. Add some flavor to your water to keep things interesting. Try infusing your water with fruits like lemon, berries, or even a little mint. You can also add a splash of coconut water or herbal teas. It's a fun way to keep your hydration routine fresh and exciting. And if you're someone who finds plain water a bit boring, this could be the trick to help you drink more. Also, keep in mind that other foods can contribute to your hydration, too. Vegetables like cucumbers, tomatoes, and celery are packed with water, and eating them alongside your meals can help you stay hydrated. Soups and broths are another great option, especially in cooler weather. Hydration isn't just about water, it's about being mindful of how you're nourishing your body, inside and out. The more you commit to it, the more your body will thank you, and you'll start feeling the difference in your skin, energy, and overall health. And here's the best part, as you start drinking more water, you'll probably notice your body starting to crave it. That's when you know you're on the right track. Your body will start telling you when it needs more water, and you'll naturally begin to listen to those signals. So there you have it, your very own hydration routine, one that's easy to follow, and something that can make a huge difference in how you feel each day. Now that we've covered how to make hydration a daily habit, let's move on to some final tips and tricks to make sure you're getting the most out of your water intake. Let's talk about that next. Now that we've discussed how to build a solid hydration routine, let's talk about ways to ensure you're getting the most out of your water intake. It's one thing to drink water regularly, but there are a few things you can do to make sure you're truly maximizing the benefits. After all, it's not just about drinking any old water, it's about drinking water in a way that supports your unique needs and lifestyle as you age. So, let's dive into some final tips and tricks that will make your hydration routine even more powerful. The first thing I want to talk about is the quality of your water. Not all water is created equal, and you might have heard the term filtered water tossed around a lot. So, let's break it down a little. If you live in an area where the tap water is clean and tastes good to you, that's great. But for many people, the water coming out of the faucet can contain chlorine, heavy metals, or other impurities that can affect taste or even health in the long run. A simple water filter can be a game changer. Whether it's a pitcher filter, a faucet attachment, or a more advanced filtration system, filtering your water can remove a lot of those unwanted substances and make it taste cleaner, fresher, and more enjoyable. But here's the thing to keep in mind, stay consistent with your filtration. If you're using a pitcher or a bottle with a filter, be sure to replace the filter regularly. You don't want to be drinking water that's been sitting around in a dirty filter. If you have a more complex filtration system at home, make sure it's maintained and changed according to the manufacturer's guidelines. Clean water means cleaner body, and that's the goal. Next, let's talk about electrolytes. As we age, we tend to lose electrolytes a little faster, especially if we're not drinking enough water throughout the day or if we're more active than usual. Electrolytes are minerals like sodium, potassium, and magnesium that help your body balance fluids, regulate muscle function, and keep your nervous system working properly. You don't need to go overboard, but adding a pinch of salt to your water occasionally, especially if you've been sweating or feeling tired, can help replenish some of those minerals. You can also find electrolyte powders or tablets that dissolve in water, which are a quick and convenient way to give yourself a little boost when needed. Just be mindful of the sugar content in these drinks, as some can have added sugars that aren't great for your health, especially if you're managing blood sugar. But it's not just about the water itself, it's about how you consume the water. For instance, did you know that drinking too quickly can actually prevent your body from absorbing all the hydration it needs? When you drink too fast, your body might not have enough time to process the water, and it could just pass through your system without being fully absorbed. So, take your time and sip slowly. Not only will this allow your body to absorb the hydration more efficiently, but it also helps you feel more satisfied and keeps you from overloading your system at once. Drinking water in smaller, more frequent sips is the way to go. Another common question I get from people is, can I drink too much water? Well, the answer is yes, but it's not as common as people might think. Most people are more likely to be dehydrated than overhydrated. However, if you drink excessive amounts of water all at once, it can dilute your body's sodium levels, which can lead to something called water intoxication. This is rare, but it's still important to be aware of. That's why it's better to space out your water intake throughout the day, rather than trying to down a large amount in one sitting. Moderation is key. Something else to consider is how to stay hydrated when you're out and about. Whether you're visiting family, traveling, or just running errands, keeping your water intake consistent can be challenging. But there are a few easy tricks to make it happen. If you're heading out for a long day, pack a water bottle in your bag or car. If you find it hard to remember to drink while you're out, set a reminder on your phone every hour or so to take a sip. It only takes a minute, but it can really make a difference in your hydration levels throughout the day. When it comes to staying hydrated, don't forget about your food choices. There are some amazing foods that help with hydration, and incorporating them into your meals can really boost your hydration without you even thinking about it. For example, fruits like watermelon, oranges, and strawberries are packed with water and can help keep you feeling refreshed. Vegetables like cucumbers, celery, and lettuce also have a high water content and are perfect for snacking or adding to salads. These water-rich foods can complement your water intake and provide you with extra vitamins, minerals, and fiber, which are all essential for your health, especially as you age. Now, let's get into something that might surprise you. Temperature matters. The temperature of your water can affect how your body processes it. For many people, drinking cold water might feel refreshing, especially in the summer, but did you know that room temperature water is actually easier for your body to absorb? It's not a hard and fast rule, but if you've been struggling with bloating or digestion issues, try drinking room temperature or warm water and see if it makes a difference for you. It can help your body process the water more effectively and support healthy digestion. And last but definitely not least, don't forget about your mindset when it comes to hydration. Hydration isn't just about the physical act of drinking, it's about recognizing its importance for your overall well-being. Make drinking water a priority, and not just something you do when you're thirsty. Embrace the idea that each sip is helping you feel better, stay energized, and live a longer, healthier life. Water is one of the simplest yet most powerful tools you have to take care of yourself. I know this might sound like a lot to keep track of, but it really isn't. Once you get into the habit of drinking enough water throughout the day, it becomes second nature. And the results speak for themselves. Better energy, healthier skin, better digestion, improved cognitive function, it all adds up. And you'll start feeling the benefits sooner than you think. Hydration is one of the easiest things you can do for your health, and it has the potential to improve so many areas of your life. So, let's raise our glasses and toast to the power of water. You deserve to feel your best every single day, and with just a little extra attention to how you're drinking and when you're drinking, you'll be giving your body exactly what it needs. In the end, it's not just about drinking water, it's about embracing a lifestyle that prioritizes your health. Small steps, like making sure you're drinking the right amount of water, can lead to big changes over time. So, let's keep hydrating, keep nourishing ourselves, and keep thriving, no matter what age we are. And that's a wrap. Thank you so much for joining me on this hydration journey today. I hope you found some new insights and inspiration to stay hydrated and healthy. Let's keep taking care of ourselves, one sip at a time. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so you never miss out on more tips and advice for living your best life. Drink up, and here's to feeling amazing, today and always.